You're standing on the last day of something. Tomorrow, you're going to set a situation down that you've been holding on to for so long it stopped feeling like a choice. And after it happens, you won't go back. Before we go into today's reading, I'd like to share with you my complete tarot course on Udemy, where I teach you my tarot secrets on how to read tarot accurately so that you can be confident in your readings. Enroll in my tarot course today by clicking the link in the description box or in the pinned comment below. Let's get into today's reading. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. This isn't about a brutal truth, but it's rather a clear truth that arrives kindly. There is a decision you've already made. Some of you have known for weeks that a particular thing in your life is over. This could be a commitment, a connection, a career, or a way you've been spending your time. And you keep going through the motions because some facts are still hidden from you. Some insights that will help you with making a breakthrough, but that won't be the case any longer. So here's what I see coming for you. You're about to receive a piece of information that makes everything fall into place. Someone says something plainly or a detail finally surfaces that you'd been missing. And the second you hear it, the confusion is gone. You will wonder how you ever saw it any other way. That's the clarity this card brings. More like a quiet, certain knowing. And when the truth arrives, you will actually feel lighter because part of you has been waiting a long time to be allowed to know it. So watch out for a communication or an important document that you forgot about, that resurfaces, a sudden text message. This card is about watching, paying attention, and there is a reason it shows up right after the Ace of Swords. Now that you can see clearly, you're going to start noticing things that you missed. Little stuff. The way someone's been acting, a pattern in how a certain person responds to you. For some of you, someone near you has been testing the waters, sort of floating little comments to see how you react. They're trying to test your boundaries. Watch for that this week. Somebody's going to say something masked as a joke, but the truth is that they mean it. The way you respond is going to tell them whether you have boundaries or not. The thing about you right now is you've got sharper instincts than you trust. You keep second-guessing the thing your intuition already flagged. This is your sign that your read on this situation is correct. There was a time where you were warmer, louder, more sure of yourself, and then somewhere along the way you shrunk a bit. Maybe a relationship did that, maybe a job, maybe just a long stretch of life that asked you to be smaller and quieter than you actually are. But that version of you isn't gone. It's been waiting. And the thing you're leaving behind tomorrow, whatever it is part of what's been keeping that version of you boxed up. For some of you, this shows up as a creative thing or a personal project you set down, something that used to make you feel like yourself. You're going to pick it back up, and it's going to feel a little rusty at first, and then it's going to feel like coming home. Something that's been said about you when you weren't in the room, by the way, is more flattering than you would assume. You've been carrying this idea that people see you as diminished right now, but they don't. They see somebody who is brave. You are in transit right now, mentally, even if not physically. You've left the shore, but you haven't reached the other side yet. And that middle part is uncomfortable. It's the part where you can't go back, but you can't quite see where you're going either. There is a sadness that you might be feeling about this. You can know something is the right thing to leave and still grieve it. Those two things live together. The grief doesn't mean you're making a mistake. It means that the thing mattered, even if it stopped being good for you. Money that's already in motion is part of this transition. Could be a deposit, a final payment, a refund, some amount that's tied to the thing you're leaving. Pay attention to it in the next 2 weeks, because settling that money is part of how you actually close the door. There is a loose financial thread connected to whatever you're walking away from, and tying it off is more important than it seems. For some of you, you're moving toward calmer water with someone, not alone. There is a person who's going to make the move easier, even if they just sit beside you and don't say much. After you leave something behind for good, tomorrow, your instinct is going to be to immediately fill that space, to prove to yourself and to everyone else that you're fine and you're moving forward, and look how productive you are. But for a short window after you leave this thing behind, the best move is to do nothing, to just hang there for a second and let yourself see the situation from a completely different angle. The hanged man sees the world upside down on purpose, because sometimes that's the only way to understand what actually happened. In the next month, there is going to be a stretch, maybe just a few days, where you feel like you're in limbo. Nothing is progressing. You will be tempted to read that as a bad sign, but it's not. That's the pause working. That's your head reorganizing itself around the new reality. In whatever you're leaving, you've been giving more than you've been getting, and that's part of why you're leaving. The exchange stopped being fair a while ago, and you kept hoping it would balance back on its own. But it didn't, and it wasn't going to, because the other side has no reason to change something that was working out fine for them. Someone near you is sitting on a decision. Someone connected to this whole situation is weighing whether to step up or step back, and your move tomorrow is going to force their hand. They've been able to stay neutral because you've been holding everything together. Once you stop, they have to pick a side. Watch out for that within the next couple of days. For you, balance means you stop overcorrecting. You don't have to swing from giving everything to giving nothing. The healthy thing is somewhere in the middle, and you'll find it once the immediate situation settles. There is a need you've been pretending you don't have. You've gotten really good at being the low-maintenance one, the one who doesn't ask for much, the one who handles their own stuff and doesn't make things complicated for anyone. And part of leaving this thing behind is admitting that you have needs that weren't being met. That's the quiet truth underneath the whole decision. It's not that the situation was dramatically terrible. It's that you kept making yourself smaller and eating less, and you finally hit the bottom of how small you could go. Something to do with food or your home or the daily rhythm of taking care of yourself is going to become important in this next couple of days. Cooking a meal for yourself, fixing up your space, some small act of attending to yourself that says, my comfort matters, my needs are allowed to exist. Don't skip this. It sounds minor, but it's not. The thing you haven't said out loud is that you want to be taken care of, at least a little, and you felt ashamed of that. There is nothing shameful about it. Wanting that doesn't make you weak or needy in a bad way. It makes you a person. The thing you're doing tomorrow, leaving this behind, it feels like a gamble, and I won't pretend it isn't. There is no guarantee. You're letting go of something known for something you can't fully see yet. You may not be letting go of it physically, but mentally you will no longer let it occupy space in your head. But the real gamble was staying. You've been treating leaving as the risky move and staying as a safe one, but it's backwards. Staying was the slow bet you were losing a little more every month. Leaving is just the moment you stop playing the game that was rigged against you. The thing nobody tells you is that not deciding is also a decision. Sitting at the table refusing to bet still costs you the time. So pick your decision. You already know which way you're leaning. Something you've pictured in a daydream, in a dream you visualized, some particular detail of the life you want, is going to show up as a real and concrete option within the next 2 to 3 years. The reason it can become real now is that you're finally clearing out the thing that was blocking it. The thing you leave behind tomorrow is the thing that's been keeping the daydream a daydream. Once it's gone, the picture stops being so far away. There is someone watching you right now. I don't get any malicious vibes from this. In fact, it's spiritual. This could be a guardian angel, an ancestor. They have seen it all, the injustice you've been through, the struggles, the challenges, and they admire how brave you are to always keep going. They are rooting for you, and they send you little signs that give you hope and encouragement throughout the day, whether it's in music, some random words here and there that you hear through your TV, for example. You are being protected. Let's get more messages with the runes and dice. You've been pressing on something that keeps refusing you. The answer is no, and the runes want you to hear that. Winter tells me that the thing you want isn't dead, it's just dormant, frozen for now. During the Aquarius season, which is January and February, you will see positive signs in this matter, especially if you have the letter R in your name. Whatever your money situation is, it won't be stuck any longer. Expect a payment that's stalled to come through or savings that won't budge to increase. A Gemini will help this flow smoother. You're being called to get clear on what you actually want and say it out loud. A message is on its way to you that shifts how you see your future. Could be advice from someone older or wiser, could be a sudden insight that arrives out of nowhere, could be literal news that opens a door you hadn't been looking at. So keep your ears open over the next week. That's all I have for you. I hope you found this reading insightful. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would mean the world to me. I love you and see you in my next reading.